Is that you?
Whenever we're late on a thing, this is so funny.
Stranded was something I truly never thought could ever happen to me. But what occurred just a week ago was beyond fate, and even more memorable than destiny. But this happened by chance. This is serendipity. Now it's the moment to show them what you have done. I had been through a lot, just like you. Everyone has been through the same things, one way or another. We are all one, not alone, but all one. Yes, with different moments and experiences. This life is just a memory, or energies that are emotional dumping grounds for our reality. Never forget and recognize the jungle. As so within is so without. Let it go. What do you want to create? Allow it to be built. As so below becomes the above.
And been just putting it all over my body. Feels really good. I just definitely enjoying the fullness of nature, like how it was intended. Going back to the Garden of Eden per se.
If you had one chance, but it was already there, then all you had to do was walk right through it. Then just do it. There is no wrong way. The time wasn't there. It just is.
Alright, we're here at night one. This is going to be night one. And got my dragon fruit. I'm ready to hang out in the jungle hut. Got some avocados.
I never intended it to be this way. It just was. I planned it. You made it. Could you believe you would make it this far? I knew you would, because I am you. This is how you created that all to be. You just forgot to make it all interesting. Otherwise, life would have been boring to you. In fact, when you do as you're told, and they say, you live like a miserable existence. You go on searching for who you are, what you are to do, where you are going. All the while, the answers were within.
Keep it updated.
You knew it all.
Baby. Yeah.
When it was until you just let go of what others, in which you and your own have made as obstacles. Start telling you and what they're telling you to do and be and pretend, because you told me yourself that if it is not what you are truly intending and wishing to do or be, then you're not being real. Nor are you being who you always knew yourself to be. Therefore, your life is pretending, acting as if, and putting a fake smile. No more worries. You will never have your dreams to defend, because you will be living for another, for the sake of something else, materialized, which is not real. The only important things come from the dream, inner, sub, and unconscious state. The conscious divine things try to pull you away from what must be. So no matter what, you become exactly who and what you are to be. You can't mess this up. That's why you died. But it taught you how to be alive. I am you, because I am death. For how can you know life? I am you, because I am death. For how can you know life if you first do not know the opposite? You should always be on the verge of dying in order to be alive and thriving. Let it go. Recognize it. But never forget. You can't. It was always done. It was always done. No need for a picture or me to tell you anymore. For that matter, nothing matters more than being completely thoughtless. Be dead of all expectations, obligations, and time constructs, requirements. Then know peace, bliss, heaven, serenity. It was here all along for you, like an invisible mystery. I am you. I am your serendipity. This was all not by chance, but it was by chance. None of it, but we had to make it. We had to make all things seem destined, or by fate. This life is ultimately neither. You already published your every outcome, so this could make your evolution into who you actually are. Yes, you created all of this. Do you remember you now? I saved you the moment you made us. That was who me, is. You saved your world. You are the hero. Every time. No matter what. You loved your enemies because you made your enemies. You made it this way. It made you stronger. Now, let it go. There is nothing. More important than this, you animate all what you see. Your peace-filled kingdom is within, or the heart is where the home vibrates to the thoughts of your mind, the kingdom. Do you care to have the guts to move, switch, change? If not, don't worry. You never had to. So when you gave up trying, every move you made all of a sudden made perfect sense. Never lost, not afraid. Even when she was being abandoned and abducted into running away, and you were stranded. Both were free as you could be. That is the tree free energy. I love yourself. Thanks for making this all. I am the unconditional, infinite, unconscious source. Nice to meet you. Another again. How did we do this? Simultaneously. Without one coming before the other. Before the other? Much like a mystery and a beautiful melody. Life goes as the harmony and melody sound together at different moments, saying the same feeling, mystically happening in autopilot. The greatest part is we all think and believe in our own superstition. We play out these people we create, which are us. And this makes it all more believable, like hiding our tracks. And that everything is out of our power and control. When always we knew nothing could have been further from the ultimate true truth. I'm a living soul. We're going home. Yes, we own this reality. There's no chance. To what will or must be created. We already created, manifested, the moment we woke up. from the dream. You're living a dream. Go back home. This all will become a distant dream. Welcome home. That is reality. Yes. Yes. The divine completion was each moment your eyes blink. And even before they don't. I love us so much. I'm the best for us because of you. Ah, you caught that. I knew you would. How do you think I did? Every road leads you home. You ever rode a bike and thought about it? Of course not. Until at first. Just in the same way, be life. And you'll always be real. As you true life living, you become true to yourself. You're true to myself. You are to be, which is ultimate wise dome, which is we and me do. Wisdom. It's beyond genius. This goes to levels that always will be. It's not a belief. It's not having faith. It's not even hoping. As naturally divine as they can be, or it all be written or said the first time, it all just is. No matter what. This is the ultimate fact of your existence. Go back to the dream state, the afterlife. That is the only reality, separate and separating you from this dream matrix that you reside in your conscious. At that very moment, you didn't give up because you couldn't, just as no others have either. It's all an illusionary light. We designed it to keep us thrilled and wonder to what is truly on. In this other side, you remember, you're fine. Remember this. This is almost over. You almost made it. That was it. No reason to make all of this any bigger than we must. unless we wanted to, then continue doing you. You balance Earth with your heart. In singularity, all comes together like polarity. Is that you? I heard that sound again, and it was, and is, so incredible. But most would hear nothing. Oh, we found heaven again. Ababola, Ababola, Ababola. So I lost my phone in Miami just before the trip, man. It really sucked. Luckily I had a camera in my other iPhone to film most of the miraculous experiences of 2019. After all, I had to speak in Israel just before 2020. A clear lens taken out, my fresh contacts are in. I didn't pack much. I thought it was going to be hell again, because I created them with their bickering and complaining, constantly rushing towards one another. Proof you can never buy love. With happiness is the reason I would never even attempt marriage or such silly things. I heard that sound the whole time. I was already excited to leave again, but not ready and not really sure what to expect this time. At least I'll have plenty of footage. Doing what we do best. It's a wonder I made it this far. Well, you know already. I'm living the best life ever. It's simple, really. Living the dream. This soil. This is the Moringa King over here, coming at you live. And of course, this is the divine nature of the Creator, infinite source. You got B12 rich in the soil. You got B12 rich in the soil, which is what we need in all of our different things to promote happiness and peace.
7:30 in the morning. It's like every hour I was like, you know, and where are they coming? Are they coming? And then, you know, gradually, I was like, I don't think they are anymore. And I never was afraid or in fear. But when I ran out of water, that's when the challenge really began. This is my first real 3 day, just about under 3 days dry fast. and I was stranded with no phone. My phone died. No connection, no connectivity, no money. So I'm just sitting here, laying back. Everything's back to normal. Just myself and the black sun, Mother Earth, Gaia, Sophia, nature all around me, which when I tapped into that up to the second day, full day, no food, no water, some would say there's a delusional state or a ketosis you go through, and all this jungle, plantation, the tropical birds, I snapped right into place, and I don't recall ever going through some inner peace and realization like this ever in my life, where the pages of life were right before me in the jungle, plastered on each leaf of the tree, and the birds, and the sun rotating, and me watching throughout the day, the whole 12 hours cycle, 12 hour, 12 hour, 12 hour, 12 hour, sitting, meditative, just sitting here, grounded in, and I could just see everything. I thought, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is it. This is like blissful heaven. I didn't have to be anywhere. This is the life. The Garden of Eden, what have you. And it was incredible. It was like a storybook, and Mother Earth was telling me a story about myself. And I had to go through this. There was no doubt about it. So that is an example of serendipity, because in the end, it's beneficial for everyone, and all events. But it happened by chance. It was meant to be, which goes beyond destiny or fate. Destiny is you work hard for something and you obtain it. You work hard and you wanted that house, you built it, you put this in the garden together. It was destined to be by your work. Fate, if a car comes by and you get hit by a car, that was your fate. You brought that into your own existence, and that was how you ended up. No matter what, that's the story of your life. So fate is the ending of your story, and that is it. So serendipity did not happen by chance. It was a lesson that was intended to be foretold. Circle of life. What a truly crazy and wild experience I just went through. I gotta admit, I didn't expect what was gonna happen, and that is a great example of serendipity. Just like the song that I played throughout this video, which is Serendipity, Serenity. They say these are symbolic of peace, and well, that's what I stand for. So look how gorgeous in the morning. The black sun, baby, will provide every single morning. That sun comes up to give us warmth, sight, energy. I woke up at like 4 a.m. full of just jam-packed energy. You're closer to the sun, you get re-energized. The birds are bigger. Everything's bigger. Avocados. Look, I'm eating a papaya right now. This is my morning breakfast. It's all you need. It fills you up. I've only had raw heirloom fruit, papayas, watermelon, cantaloupe. We're gonna have mangosteen, soursop, moringa. It's all you need. And I don't even need to go eat at a restaurant. You think about, if you're living off the land, do you need to eat a bunch of fried food or
You know, and of course we like all those things. That's what we're being accustomed to, but it's again in that matrix demiurge. You know. Oh my God, it feels so good. I'm gonna eat this and meditate, gaze at the sun. Peace. We're on Serenity Road, so what more fitting way to end this production than not by chance.